Hey, what's up? It's Sidney Smith, national touring comedian, filmmaker, and podcaster. And if you enjoy all things entertainment and unfiltered conversations, then you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join us each and every week and have a great time.
No. Bill, they have.
You sitting next to me?
Listen, I got them all. So, but when I first got it, I was like, this is not made for us. And I still don't think it was made for us.
The COVID?
Yeah, the vaccine.
Yeah. The COVID vaccine.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Who do you think it was made for?
It was made for.
You mean for black people?
Yes, less melatonin folks. Listen, but again, I go back to thinking about they had this thing for women, the ring they used to put inside. Mm-hmm. Remember that for birth control?
I remember.
And it worked great for a certain ethnic group. And it was horrible for the other ones.
Hold on, man. Look.
Proven fact. I'm not
allegedly. I'm not talking about the ring or anything. So, what, you think they just got into a lab and said, let's just make this vaccine for white folks? And because we saw white people die too.
Yes, I'm not saying that COVID itself. I think the vaccine was the first time it was ever made was done this way. So there were some shortcomings. And the fact that you can't sue the insurance companies for like 100,000 years, they knew something wasn't right with it.
I think they didn't. I don't think. Here's what I think what they knew. I think they knew what they didn't know, that they didn't know anything.
Yes.
That vaccine, unless you were a conspiracy theorist, was made relatively quickly.
Yes.
Because there was a lot of us dropping from this vaccine.
And Sid, I always say, if you didn't think COVID was real, then you cannot take the vaccine. That was my only argument. Okay, it's not real. Then you can absolutely, when you get in the emergency room and you can't get the COVID vaccine.
So I think that's why you saw the insurance companies not wanting to be sued and things because they didn't know.
No.
And to be honest with you, I didn't know. My wife took the vaccine because she's an educator. She had to for her job. And so she had to take it in order to teach the kids. And so because everybody was all about
Jamie had to get it for the medical.
Exactly. So I was apprehensive about taking it because exactly to the point. Look, I understand you got to take it because for your career, I'm going to wait a minute because they made that way too quick. My point is, I finally did get the vaccine.
So did I.
Do I feel like there were some side effects to it that I've just recovered from within the last year or so? I do. I feel like I had a speed up in my heart rate from time to time.
Really?
That was something that I was dealing with. I didn't deal with, and I'm putting it on the vaccine only because I didn't deal with it before.
Gotcha.
But I dealt with it after I got that vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple other things that I was concerned with before I took it because I have asthma also. Yeah. So I was, but eventually I said, I got to go ahead and get this because there are too many people dropping dead. I have a pre-existing condition. If I do get it again,
yes.
What if this time, so I ended up getting it, and I'm sorry to be long-winded. But my point is, I don't think they made it that quickly and made it just for white folks, I guess.
Well, I'm not saying that it wasn't just for, that it was just for white folks. I think that there is a difference in genetically where some things have adverse effects on us that might not have for other people.
Okay.
And that's why I was like, I don't know if I want to do it because I'm hearing some stuff and it might not have been true, but I heard enough stuff that make me go, well, I don't really need it right now. But I went there and Jamie got hers and I was like, the lady was like, oh, I got one left. And I was like, that's not made for black people. I told her that I wasn't lying. It's not made for black people. You try to kill me. And she was like, well, I got to throw it away. And God was like, waste not, want not. And I was like, oh, man, I got to get this shot now. And I had zero effect from it.
Okay.
I had COVID twice. I don't think I really had it. I think Jamie had it. So they said the whole household has it. Never lost appetite, never lost nothing. But my wife was a long hauler.
Right.
She had the oxygen tank and was for a year and a half after. Mm-hmm. So, again, I have family members who were like, that's not real. When they got sick, they took the injection. So I guess it was real enough then.
Look. When the shit hits the fan, that's when we all figure out what's what and who's what.
Yeah, we call Jesus and we get the shot.
God, why?
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, I had COVID before the orange face dude finally came out and said it was a thing. Because I was out in LA.
Yeah. When you came back.
I came back, did
sick as a dog.
All the shows. I was sick as a dog before I left. I didn't think I was going to, because I drove out to Cali for this trip. Because I knew my brother and I were going to go up and down the coast because I had a ton of shows I was doing. Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make the drive back. I felt so bad that day before I left.
Yikes.
And I just laid in the bed. My brother, I remember, went to a Lakers game with a friend of his. That
just passing it around.
He didn't get sick.
Okay.
It was only me. So at first I thought this was, oh man, I came down with the flu somehow.
Yeah, because there wasn't a name for it. We thought it was a bad flu. Yeah.
This was the worst thing. And again, like I said, I have asthma, so I'm very careful. I didn't have an inhaler with me while I was out there.
Yikes.
And so I wasn't sure. Now when I got back, and you remember, I was sick as a dog. I was in bed laid up for at least 7 days.
Yeah. Bad.
Couldn't do anything. And then shortly thereafter, we have this thing that we call COVID. And here are the symptoms. And I'm like,
that's that shit. But I think it was like a couple months before they came out with it that people started getting really sick, and you were like,
They said it was around in October. They didn't announce it to February.
Yeah. So again, because I remember all over the country they were like, it's a really bad flu, but it's a little worse, the worst flu ever. And I was like,
this is not the flu, baby.
Yeah.
Tamara got it, ended up getting it, and lost. I can't remember if it was taste or what.
Yeah, Jamie lost. She started a metal taste and all types of stuff. I'm sorry, folks. I know we kind of veered off, but
man, we fine. This is a good conversation. If y'all don't like it, I don't know.
Yeah, change the channel, but subscribe first.
but then when I got it the second time, it wasn't as bad as the first time.
Oh yeah.
And this was before I got the vaccine, and I said I didn't want to risk a third time.
Yeah.
And I went ahead.
I was around a lot of seniors, so for me, I didn't want to be the dude who got it, because every time I had it, that they said I had it, I had zero symptoms. I lost no taste, no smell. I was eating worse than, being pregnant type of thing.
But the crazy thing is, I was working or dealing with a lot of people in the medical field at the time, a lot of nurses. And there were some of them who were so upset about having to take it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't think it was real.
Yes.
So it was, we were all over the board.
Yes, definitely.
What was what. But at the same time, Tamara and I lost a family member to it.
Yeah.
So you were going to be hard pressed to get us to believe that.
I lost quite a few folks that I know.
Elderly folks.
My mother went to get the injection, and when she got the injection, she got deathly sick. Mm-hmm. Like they had to admit her, and they just had just boop, and she was like, oh. So she was allergic to whatever was in it.
Okay.
So again, there were certain people that, again, I if you don't believe it, I was like, not a problem. Mm-hmm. But there's hundreds of thousands of people getting up out of here. So something is doing it. Whatever you want to call it, it's something. And don't act like the orange dude didn't sniff bleach when he had it and get 14 different shots.
Oh, y'all gonna say you don't even know what he
Yeah, he definitely got every shot that they had, inject bleach in his veins like he was telling folks to do, all of that stuff. So
that was probably my favorite part of COVID. Look, I'm gonna say it might have been the best stand-up I've ever seen. It was him standing at that podium, saying something about injecting bleach. And
did you think we could figure something out?
That shot that they put on the doctors, looking at him, like, I don't say his word often, but I know they wouldn't say nigga.
Yeah. What you said? What?
Did you just say bleach?
Yeah, bleach in your veins. Something like.
Hey, that's the craziest thing to me. Is that he said some stuff sometimes.
Yes.
That if anybody else said it, I don't care if you were a person who wears one of them red hats every day. Yeah. If anybody else said half the shit this man says, you would say nigga.
Yeah.